Yo, what's going on everyone? My name is Damien, also known as qybii. How's everyone going today? And I'm so sorry for not being able to upload a proper YouTube video yesterday. I was currently out of town, but I was still able to get a quick little stream off. But if you guys want to watch me stream more, head over to my Twitch, the exact same username as this, but just add the XD at the end. But ladies and gentlemen, we are day 12 of a hard 50. Can't believe we're almost 2 weeks into this. It does not feel like 2 weeks, but anyway, let's get straight into today's video. It feels like the Sacramento Kings should be a lot better than what they are now. They're currently sitting at 22-20. And as of right now, they're sitting 9th in the Western Conference, so if the playoffs / playing games were to start today, they'll be fighting for a second chance spot, meaning if they lost that first playing game, they'll be eliminated. It just feels like since adding DeMar DeRozan, you'd feel like some of the guys who usually get a lot of touches just aren't getting enough touches, because obviously DeMar DeRozan is an ISO heavy player. He's the type of player that needs the ball in his hand consistently. The offense seems to be running a lot better as well since DeMar DeRozan has been there though. They're actually 8th in the entire league and averaging 116.7 points a game, which is actually very impressive, especially being in the Western Conference. But everyone would say 116 points is a lot, you know, but clearly not, because this day and age, I mean, the team that scores the most is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they're over 120 points per game. But they're also 8th in the entire association in normal field goal attempts, so obviously baskets that are made inside the 3-point line. They're actually 8th in the entire league at 45.7% per game. But their 3-point shooting hasn't been the best. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan isn't the 3-point shooter, but he has been shooting them, just not at a great clip. They're currently only 34.9%, so you might as well say 35%. And you'll think of like guards that could actually let it fly from the team, you'd think it would be a lot better than what it actually stands right now. They're kind of sitting like the higher end, the middle of the pack when it comes to assists per game at 26.6 assists per game. They're currently sitting 12th in the entire association, and they average the 7th most turnovers per game, just under 13. Obviously, once I've explained all the stats and why it might lead to the situation which is causing them to struggle, I'll obviously go deep dive into the players that might be causing these stats for the good or the worse. But their defense is getting pretty shocking. They're actually 24th in the entire association in opposition points per game at 117.9. And yes, that is more than what they average per game. You'll think with this team who, like, obviously on paper that maybe you guys might think the defense isn't the greatest, but this team has potential to be a great defensive team, and the defensive stats are just not in the right place at the moment, possibly causing why their record is so mid at the moment. It's not terrible, it's not good though either. And especially since the stars talent that they've had, obviously they went to the playoffs like a few years ago, looking very promising, but also got knocked out of the play in the very next year or so. And the right middle of the pack in opposing field goal percentage, that's at 46.9%. And they're actually 25th in the entire association in three-pointer opposing percentage. They let the opponent shoot 37.2% from the arc, which is actually a decent clip and would be a very good average for any individual player. They're 23rd in blocks per game, just under 5 per game. Obviously the rim protection just isn't as late as it could be, I guess. 15th in steals at just 8.2 steals per game. This used to be a much more better defensive rating, and obviously I'll dive into what may be causing these reasons. And they're about top half in the league and just 11th in overall rebounds per game at 44.8. I just can't fathom together on paper. This team looks beautiful. I don't know why their records isn't just a little bit better. I'm not calling them bad. They're not bad by any means, but they're just very mid. I guess that's the perfect word to describe the Sacramento Kings at this moment. You got De'Aaron Fox, who just seems to keep blossoming straight into an all-star year after year, or not an all-star, superstar. You got Sabonis, who's obviously borderline superstar already, and then you add a Hall of Famer and DeMar DeRozan on top of the guys you have coming off your bench like Malik Monk, who actually has been starting recently. You got Keegan Murray. Kevin Huerter is having a horrible season, but we'll deep dive some into the player stats right now. Sabonis is actually having a great season so far, just averaging 21 points per game, and he averages the most rebounds in the entire association, averaging just over 14 rebounds per game, 14.2 to be exact. And that's just great. Like, he's doing his thing right there as well. But I feel like Sabonis and the Kings are in the same situation with like Anthony Davis and the Lakers are in. Can you imagine if you put like a legit big body center next to Sabonis? It's going to allow him to space the floor a lot more and get a lot more open looks to drive and kick out, or drive and play and make for his own shot. Shooting 60% inside the arc, and he's actually 6th in the entire association in three-pointer percentage at 47.5. Yes, he's only averaging just under 3 attempts per game, but it's still a very impressive clip, especially for a center. And he's top 20 in the entire league in true shooting percentage at 64.7. I feel like Domantas Sabonis is a player who could easily average 26-27 with those same amount of rebounds and possibly a bit more high assists, but I feel like since the arrival of DeMar DeRozan, it's taken away a lot of his touches, and his usage has actually been down a shit ton since last season. But someone who has been seeing the ball a bit more as well is De'Aaron Fox. He's averaging a career high 26 points at this moment. It's gone pretty quiet because, as I said, the Sacramento Kings have actually had quite a mid-season, but he's having a career high in points, so that's good for him. But hopefully it can transition over like to the point where it's affecting the team as well. I don't know what way to put it in, but you guys know what I mean. Averaging just over 5 rebounds and just over 6 assists as well. Yet again, De'Aaron Fox is a player who could easily average 10 assists in my opinion, but obviously since, as I said, the arrival of DeMar DeRozan, he's an ISO heavy player. Obviously they're going to pass the ball to him, but he's obviously not in the assist limit range, I guess you could call it. Speaking of DeMar DeRozan, his numbers are actually down from last season, just 2 points per game. He's averaging 21 points so far this season. Just 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Obviously, he's not going to get a shit ton of assists because, as I said, he's an ISO heavy player. Shooting 48% inside the arc, which is very good, but his 3-point percentage is actually horrible. 31%. That is almost top 20 worst in the entire association on anyone who averages more than 2 shots a game. I mean, he averages 2.6 from the 3-point line per game, but can you imagine if that clip was just a little bit better, especially in some of the close games that they've had. Malik Monk just also been a borderline star. I actually want to see the amount of damage this man could do when he's on his own team, like a full rebuilding team. He would easily be an all-star. He's a borderline all-star now, but I don't think he'll make it this season, not going to lie to you. He's averaging a cool 17 points off the bench majority of the time, 5 rebounds, and just under 4 assists per game. Shooting 44% inside the arc and only shooting 32 from outside of the arc. And he shoots 7 attempts per game, so some of these guys' 3-point percentage should be a lot better than what it is. Thankfully, you have De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis always just carrying the load when it comes to, I guess, letting that thing fly. They both always shot it at a great, efficient clip. And not to mention that Malik Monk shoots 7 per game. If you can adjust that, I guess, percentage a bit more, so who knows what could happen to the Sacramento Kings team. If he finds his jumper completely and just gets hot the second half of the season, who knows what the limit is for the Sacramento Kings team. And you got Keegan Murray, who just keeps getting better and better after every season. He's up to averaging 12 points per contest. On 7 rebounds, 42% inside the arc, which is, I guess it's decent for someone his size, but should be around that 44-45% mark. And he's shooting 31% from the 3-point line. This kid was known for shooting in college. So another guy could easily just try get his attempts up. Not his attempts up, but his field goal percentage up. Just all those guys I mentioned, that they can get those field goal, but that 3-pointer field goal percentage up. Who knows how dangerous the Sacramento Kings team could be. Because obviously defense will start paying more attention to them, which is going to free up a lot more space for guys like DeRozan on the ISO, or Sabonis, or Fox, or even Kevin Huerter if he's eventually going to start shooting well. And they have like those little role player guys like Alex Lynn, Keelan Ellis, but we won't talk too much about them. I'm talking more about the main rotational players who are playing a lot of minutes, who are impacting the majority of these games. But I will talk about Kevin Huerter. He's averaging 8 points so far this season, and he's only shooting literally just on 30% from the 3-point line. This is someone who averaged a 44% clip for 3 years straight. I guess he's kind of just trying to adjust, still coming off the bench, because he has been a starter for the majority of the time he's been with the Kings. But I guess just since being moved to the bench, he's kind of lost his shot, or maybe lost his confidence or his passion a little bit. We just don't know what's up. And it's like he's not shooting them. He's almost shooting 6 attempts per game. So it's kind of just like a personnel thing at this point. Who knows what the Sacramento Kings are going to do with him. Obviously, the trade deadline is fast approaching us. But yeah, just kind of to sum up today's video, I kind of would like to say myself, I feel like it's more like the fact that DeMar DeRozan is here and he's taking up the usage, I guess, of Sabonis, who I'm seeing the most of, and even sometimes De'Aaron Fox. And as I said, just shooting literally just on 30% from 3 as well. Guys like him, Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, those guys really need to get the 3-point percentage up, even Malik Monk. So I come to a conclusion why this Sacramento Kings team is also just not that great, or not great. I mean, they're not bad, they're not great. You guys know I said dead mid. So my conclusion when it comes to that is just the fact that their shooting is very off, and DeMar DeRozan has taken away important, I guess, touches from Sabonis. As I said, this guy could easily average 27 points per game. But King fans, basketball fans, NBA fans, get in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think the issue is with this Kings team, if they should be a lot better than what they are right now. This has been your boy QB. This is day 12 of our hard 50. Let's get it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.